Hi there, I'm Simon Canton, and this is my review of Six Thegn Quean, Episode 1 by David Ulnar-Slew. Six Thegn Quean, I should mention that the author reviewed one of my books just yesterday, so I decided to check out one of his books. It's not someone I know very well online, but in case you think it's Colours of Review, I think it's important that I mention it. So Six Thegn Quean, it's an episode in a season structure kind of book, a bit like Green Star that I've written, if you've read that, where each episode's about 40 minutes of reading, or about 40 pages or so. And it's about a medieval / fantasy village where bandits have been attacking it every year, and at the start, one of the villagers hears that the bandits are going to attack the village on their way back through the mountains. So the villagers decide that they need to hire mercenaries. If this sounds familiar, it's at the start of the book, it's identical to Seven Samurai, or what's the American one called? Seven something. Anyway, the one that was a copy of Seven Samurai. So at the start, it's very much a copy of that. So I was a bit skeptical, kind of, when I'd gotten quite a bit of a way through it. I was going, well, this is just a beat for beat recreation. But then when they do get to hire the actual mercenaries is where it starts diverging quite a bit, and it gets a lot more interesting. So the book is told in a very kind of light-hearted comic style, where the banter between the characters is very good. And once they get to the warriors are a little over the top, so it's kind of a humorous kind of book. I had a couple of small niggles with it. The first one being that when someone is thinking something, the tense switches to present tense. So the book is mostly in past tense, and then someone has a thought about someone else and it's in present tense. I thought there should be some way to kind of mark that out, either by making it italics or by just putting it in past tense, which is what I normally do, at least. Because it just kind of threw me off. It made me think it was a mistake until I realized what it was. That it wasn't a mistake. It was just the person was thinking, and for them it was the present. So they were thinking in present tense. So I think italics would just clear that up. That was just a small niggle. And the other thing, which I've noticed a lot in fantasy books recently, which for me at least annoys me a bit, is people not using contractions. So I will go to the shops instead of I'll go to the shops, or I do not think that you should be going to that place, instead of I don't think. That may be just something I particularly don't like, but I just think it makes it a bit clunky to read for me. But that's a small niggle. It didn't detract too much from the story. It was just kind of a little irritating, not a major issue. So overall, I was surprised because I saw that the author only has a few books out. And let's see, I'll just open it up here. And most of them are quite short, I believe. So a lot of independent authors that I've read tend to have some kind of teething trouble when they first start publishing stuff, but this was very good. It was far above the usual standard that I've read. I read it the whole way through in about 40 minutes, so it's a quick read, so and very enjoyable and lighthearted, so I'd recommend reading it. Overall, I would give it, let's see, yeah, I'd give it 4 out of 5, I think, which would be 5 out of 5 on Amazon, meaning that it was good. So it wasn't something that blew me away, but it's only 40 minutes long, so I mean, there's plenty of time in the future episodes. I think it's well worth a read. I haven't read future episodes yet. I think there's 3 out so far. I'll just double check. No, 4 actually. The 4th one is listed on Amazon and is available for purchase. So yeah, there's the first 4 episodes. Overall, it's not a complete story in that episode. It's very much part of a larger story. So don't go in expecting that the story is going to be finished by the time you finish the episode. It's very much a kind of read the next episode to find out. I'm guessing there'll be 6 episodes in the season or something like that with the complete story, which would bring it up to a kind of a novel length. So yeah, I'd recommend going and picking up a copy. I thought it was very good. Thanks very much for watching.